3 shots, 4 par, I just do 2. 1 putt, par 4, birdie, woohoo. New driver, info, replace, M2, par 5, fairway, what you fin do? Think I'll try to get on into, start right, good line, good view, it drew, shoot and make Gavin, 2 thumbs that's up high.
This episode is brought to you by our friends over at Swannies. Clear your closet and get ready to upgrade your fall golf wardrobe over at swannies.co using the promo code SCREWS25. At swannies.co using the promo code SCREWS25. Celebrate pars.
I'm battling like a cold right now though, but I'll battle through it.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right, man.
We'll
I'll just be
keep drinking the water.
Yeah, you'll be having the sniffles, whatever it is, and I'll just be smashing Brookside. Bryce will just be Bryce. Bryce can carry us today. Welcome, everyone. Episode number 157. Thanks for being with us today, Tyler Grimshaw.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Orbital Golf lifestyle. So you guys go Orbital Golf lifestyle.
Yep.
Love that, man. So we were just kind of chatting. You're doing like a little bit of it all right now. Website's on its way. It's coming up soon, so hopefully we can grab that, and when you're ready, we'll pop that out. I don't think it'll be ready by the time we get this out, though, right?
Probably not. No, a couple days after though.
Okay. All right. Well, we can pop that out and get some traction over there. Check it out. But maybe just give us an idea, Tyler, who you are. It doesn't even have to be golf related. Just like who you are, kind of what Orbital Golf lifestyle company is all about.
Yeah, I guess kind of tying both with who I am and the company is just love of sports in general. Kind of golf's my second sport after hockey, and that's kind of what I've been running with here. And COVID hit, and there was nothing to do, so course was closed, couldn't work in the pro shop anymore. Saw my mom making some embroidered masks for COVID and asked her if we could make head covers, and we could just kind of started cutting up old hockey jerseys and making them into head covers.
That's sweet, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many COVID stories that's come out with I don't know, the coolest.
So many.
Yeah, just come out with we're kind of that way too. Like the way that the pod got started was through just boredom and not talking to anybody about golf, so we just got it going, right? So you you have any experience with it at all, or you take an order now and you just tell your mom to put it together?
She's the one with all the talent and sewing and everything, and then I just kind of have the mind and the design and the artistic ability kind of behind it to put it together, and she puts all the final products and final stitches in it and comes out a masterpiece.
You do all the embroidery and stuff though on your machine.
Yeah. I know how to run the machine, and still working on the digitization part. Some logos are tougher, but we have a guy that does that too. But yeah, I run the machine, the vinyl cutter when we do vinyl, and then she just puts the final pieces together. Slowly working on it myself though, which
I love that, man.
Which will make it a lot easier.
Yeah,
show just
it'll come too. As you if you're into the embroidery and all that kind of stuff, the sewing aspect will come, and you can just practice, get better.
Well, it also just goes back to if you're passionate about it, you just find a way to learn, and find a way to figure it out.
Go back to episode 10 and listen to us too.
Exactly.
Listen how bad that. Well, I don't know if it's any different, and some people might have opinions on that. I don't really know, but we're maybe a little bit more polished now. So it's just kind of as you put time in, things will grow, right? So, where are you located, Tyler?
So I'm in Saline, right outside Ann Arbor. Been here for 10 years, but running the shop here. Bunch of golf around this area, so hopefully be in those pro shops come the fall. Or spring, I should say, not fall. We're in fall now, but come spring, should be in the pro shops. Hopefully word of mouth on the website and just some of the marketing things I have in place coming up will help keep growing the brand and scale it a little bigger than just a hobby as it is right now. So
yeah, how important, I know you're at Travis, and it's a pretty low key, very high end country club. How much has that helped you kind of get connections and build connections with people that need your services?
Yeah, that's been huge in networking, just with all the business owners and all the guys over there that are members. Just love putting their logo on whatever they can. So I mean, that's been my biggest group orders, have been just guys over there that have the recent one I did was a real estate company. Mm-hmm. They want to do some gifts for clients and stuff, so sent me their logo over, and but yeah, those guys, the networking through them, and then just being able to go play other courses too, and just of course I have my covers on all my clubs on my bag, and people see them. The nice thing about that too, networking, is I get to hop around different country
sure.
clubs in the area, and buddy had me down to Toledo a few weeks ago, Stone Oak Country Club, and they're gonna do a spring order, so they're gonna be my first club doing a big order, which will be nice. Get some product out and get more eyes on it.
I love that, man. Do you have the domain yet? Do you
I
have it
do.
set up? Yeah. Okay. So,
I do.
um, do you want to share that with us? And like, do you have like a mailing list or anything set up yet?
Yeah. So originally, I had the website up about 2 years ago, and it was pretty good. It just only had custom order stuff on there and like a little inquiry, but yeah, it's gonna be orbitalgolf.com. That should be good to go here in a week or two with merch and a couple tabs for custom stuff and some inventory stock stuff I'll have on there too. So
Love that, man.
Yeah, you said you're doing some good amount of stock
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah,
people
we're
can
gonna-
order.
yeah, I mean the main thing I like doing are the custom things, but they're also time consuming, and not everyone wants to pay that extra couple bucks for the custom. So especially if I can get some head covers just with my logo on it, and if people eat that up, then helps get kind of the brand image out. But yeah, I'm gonna have like my the flask
Yep.
folder driver up there, as just people can get it if they want to customize it, they can. But yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of good stuff on there.
Yeah, so if people are wondering what that is on his Instagram, you can see it. But he has a head cover that actually has a holster for a little flask, which is cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's honestly the first time I've ever seen it, I think.
I like that.
Head cover, and it's kind of a cool little idea. Put your fireball in there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
put
it's-
your birdie juice in there and get out there and get some birdies.
Yeah. Shit. I don't
We-
make
we
birdies.
kinda
I don't
lacked
make
on
many
that.
birdies anymore.
Or bogeys, yeah.
We
Yeah.
we kind of lacked
we-
we lacked on the birdies a few weeks ago too.
Yeah,
so.
we didn't play
Yeah,
great. But
we can just have the juice, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
logo,
birdies
Tyler.
birdies will come.
The logo. Well, yeah, maybe you have a little juice, and the logos and the birdies will come. But so
back to like your presets, so I'm sure you'll get some attraction there because your logo is nothing to slouch on either. It's a good looking logo. I like it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, where'd that come from for you?
I really like the I forgot what brand it was, but they had just a normal golfer kind of swinging like this as like an alternate logo, and I don't even know really where I came up with Orbital Golf, other than one night during COVID was just trying to come up with different names, and I was just writing names down. And I've always been a fan of just space, even though like not in like the nerdy way, just like the curiosity way of just like space is wild to me. And I just kind of went that route, and with Orbital, the company mainly focused on like custom stuff and like orbital revolving right around you or whatever. And I figured, why not have an astronaut just smacking a ball out in outer space? I had a couple different artists kind of work a few things together, and I just molded a couple different ones and finally got this one. But still a work in progress too.
So you did logo after name then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You also want to
fir-
talk about what you do on the inside of your covers?
Yeah. I actually, let me see.
So the reason I know this is because I personally know Tyler and I've seen his covers and they're great products. But what he does on the inside is pretty cool, and I know
get it on
there's a
camera
few
here.
companies that don't do it.
Yeah, so it's basically just a space themed fleece here. This might not be a good one. Sometimes you get like a full astronaut on it. I don't even know if the camera will pick it up here.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
That's
a little
sweet,
bit.
man. That is so cool. You know what that
And then,
reminds me of? Like back in the day, I'm dating myself now. You guys wouldn't have even been alive at this point, but when you're getting like, there's these little Christmas gifts, and you get them in a bag that looks like that. I can't remember even what they were. I can't remember like if it
No
was a
idea.
certain type of toy or like certain type of candy or something, but it came in a bag that looked like that, and it was so cool.
I believe they
Yeah.
glow in the dark too, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I mean, there's no real need for that, but it's just a little cool factor. that-
Absolutely, there is, man. Why not? Why not?
especially when it's in the valuable pouches, it looks sweet.
Where are we here? Behind me here, we got the glow in the dark golf balls. So
Yep.
those could go
Oh, yeah.
together.
Oh,
Future
yeah.
partnership with blue balls. Can't
Yeah,
really
blue
see
balls.
it. It's like the lens is focused on my face, but shout out blue balls, man. So yeah, so I'm just like I'm a big Elon fan, so I'm always like curious about space and stuff too. So
Yeah,
that's why I was kind of interested in how you kind of came up with the name, how you got, into Orbital, like, or was it just like you were working with like an orbital sander or something like that? Like, was it just like...
yeah, just real tons of boredom there during COVID and just letting the mind run around.
That's it, man. Just went to space
Yeah,
on it and literally just built the brand. I love that.
Yeah.
All right,
Did
different.
they shut Travis down, like courses around here during COVID at all? I don't remember. I don't think I was here.
Yeah.
So. They did, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. They went actually, funny story. We went just like the Monday walking arounds. We just go over and head out. We did that during COVID. They kind of opened it up to, it was like you could only play with other family members or like household members, and you can only have two. You only have two people out there. And my brother and I went over, and Buzzy came. So we had 3 guys. 2 from one household, 1 from the other, and that was when like nobody knew the science of anything with COVID. And I think we made it all the way to the 14th or 15th tee box until someone walked out on their back deck and yelled at us. But we were like, "What? Like, what do you mean? Just stay in your house." Like, let us play,
we're all brothers.
Yeah, we're all from the same house. But no, everything shut down, so it was kind of nothing to do. I mean, I was making head covers, and it was more just for family and friends and giving them out than selling anything yet. But the courses around here opened up full fledged though.
When
they are at home too.
While we're on the space theme, we got a good question here from our friend Brandon Marino. He runs Nebula Golf, so we had him on a few weeks ago, and he made up a couple markers for Brycer and I, and they're so cool, man. If you haven't checked out Nebula Golf, you gotta check them out. So he's got like a space theme as well, which is cool, which is really cool. You guys have kind of that in common. And he said, "What's the most challenging part of your work?" Name a better feeling than buying something you can take and wear anywhere. Money spent on quality products is money well spent. Even more so when that purchase shows the same versatility as that fake laugh at your boss's dinner party. Why would you spend a fortune on clothes you'll only wear to the golf course when you could buy gear that belongs in any situation? Obviously, we'd all love to be playing 36 this weekend instead of the dreaded farmer's market or baby shower or whatever else you need to do, but that doesn't mean you need a change of clothes. Swannies is your go-to from work to golf to work to baby shower to farmer's market to work to golf and everything else in between. Screws25 at swannies.co. Screws25 at swannies.co for 25% off. Enjoy.
That's a good question. The most challenging part is probably the custom side of things and just the time behind the orders when you're not just pumping out 15 of the same exact patterns or 15 of the same exact designs on the machine. So really just the time in between each order and making sure they're perfect and exactly like the custom side of it is coming out kind of how I would want it as a customer. So just the time's the biggest challenge. I only have one embroidery machine right now. So if I'm working on one order, I got to get that order completely done, or I get thrown off, and it's just that's the biggest challenge is the customization side and the time.
What's like a typical, if Bryce orders like a custom from you, what's a typical make time, like build time for you?
I've been able to get some turnaround in a couple days. Really depends on the intricacy of the artwork and what leathers I'm using.
Okay.
If I have the leathers in stock or not, the colors. Like right now I have about 6 different colors you can choose from.
All so Michigan leathers too, right?
Yeah, they're all locally sourced there. There's a few of the little Italy stamp on the back. But yeah, I've been buying them through other leather shops and through local shops that have leftovers from their projects, and just kind of try to recycle and upcycle that.
Speaking of Nebula, can we get into that, or is that still under wraps right now?
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know. We've been talking a little bit. I'm working on making. I actually think I have one right.
Kind of like what Chris does with his little holsters for his pivot tools. He reached out to Tyler. Sorry, I'll let you take it, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for the. I got a couple samples
I
here.
don't want to steal your thunder here.
So just like a little leather pouch here
Yeah.
for a ball mark. This is the first little run we've done so far. But yeah, we're working on that. He reached out. Those ball markers are cool as hell. I reached out to him to get one of those, and then he reached back out, asked if I was Orbital Golf, and we kind of just started chatting about it. So throw a stamp, little stamp on the front maybe with his logo, and see what we can do. But yeah, I'm excited for that. That'll be a cool partnership. And with the Nebula and Orbital Golf, it just kind of seems too perfect not to.
That's what I was thinking, man. When he sent that question, I was like, "This is a match made in heaven." There's already something that works. I love it. It's such a cool community, man. Like everybody's so well connected. It's just like,
oh, it's crazy.
Well, and if you want to see his work, like those markers are obviously,
his stuff. Every time he posts, it gets better and better too. It's crazy.
It was funny because me and Tyler were playing the other day, and like 3 days before that, he's like, "Hey, like we heard of Nebula Golf," and I was like, "Yeah, we literally had him on 2 days ago."
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, he makes great markers or whatever," and he's like, "Yeah, we might be doing something together, and I'm ordering one." I was like, "Well, I have one if you want to see it," and he was just like, "Wow, that's good looking stuff."
Yeah, they're sweet.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. Brandon's a cool guy too, and like obviously too, a good friend of the pod, Chris, Cousin Clubs. He does like matching stuff with them too. So there's a trio in the works one day, I'm sure, with you guys, man. That's cool. That's good stuff. So it sounds like, you talked about stamping and stuff like that. It sounds like sky's the limit. Somebody takes or wants an order from you. They want to drop an order with you. You're kind of all ears. You'll put together something if they're interested in it.
Yeah, there's really no end what we can do. It's just the time and the resources behind it. But yeah, we've done. That's how the Flask driver head cover came about. Buddy reached out and he said he saw one at the course and he wanted me to make one. So I threw some things together and figured out the sizing and the pattern for it and sent it down to him. And then just it's been like unleashed the amount of people coming from his course. I want one now. Nice. So that's a big push for the website, is just to make it easier for people that aren't local to be able to, other than just DMing me on Instagram, and also kind of being able to give them more options on the website. But yeah, it's really whatever people can reach out to, and we'll have a custom thing on there where whatever you think your mind can come up with, we'll try to make.
Well, that's kind of been like a theme too with as you know, here we're lucky to have some of the best head cover manufacturers in the world. They're builders in the world, right? Oh, yeah. So it's pretty cool, all in like kind of North America, really. Like, not that they're not popular everywhere else, but with Dormy and Rawhide and Pioneer and whatnot, like yourself, we had Van Nalen on a couple weeks ago. That guy's stuff's insane. Like, it's
he just did some Lions ones that are cool.
Yeah, I saw those, man. It's just like, it's so cool, and like everybody puts their different spin on it. Like, I've never heard of somebody put a Flask in one, but that's something that I would buy. That's like, that's like the perfect like gift for a bachelor party or something like that too, right? Like, you want to give it to the boys or something.
Or even like a little Christmas gift or something.
Yeah. So
speaking of which, you want to go over some prices maybe? Like, I mean, I know it's custom, so that it obviously varies, but maybe just kind of some base prices.
Yeah, I mean,
can you start with the stock, Tyler, if you don't mind? Can you give us like a stock idea of like when you're releasing your stock stuff, people want to kind of check out the brand, check out the logo. What would they be looking for stock? And then can we get into custom after?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So for the stock stuff, really, I'm probably going to have just a few different things with my logo, Astro Golfer on there. And then I have a few other pieces of artwork, like, let's see, I got a couple like dice ones, few blackjack hand ones, just a couple different everyday, just what everyone likes, just throwing it on a piece of leather and making a head cover out of it, really. So there'll be a bunch of different stuff. I have a few Lions designs I'm working on, since everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid now. So we'll have those up. And yeah, I mean, really, a lot of the stock stuff is going to come from the custom orders. I mean, the blackjack one, a guy wanted a full set with ace and a king of spades, so made it for him, and then that just becomes a piece of artwork I have now. And kind of can roll those out. The big thing with stock is it'll be more limited edition stuff. So
like
I'll
just
throw
limited
a couple
drops
things
on
up. Yeah, like I'll throw something up. There'll be 10 available. They all sell out quick. We can do another run or do a different color in leather and stuff. But most of the custom stuff and the stock stuff will kind of just be bounced off of each other. So it's kind of the same realm, but the custom stuff is where it gets kind of crazier with people sending in some of the logos they want.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the pricing, I think the main thing we're working on now is just sourcing our materials and trying to keep the cost down on our end. And the biggest thing too is the time on the machine and the stitch count. And the embroidery is not cheap. So I think the main things for like a set, so driver, wood, hybrid, or you could switch it up 2 woods, whatever you have in your bag will change the price, but right around like the 200 mark for a full set. But the one-offs and the custom stuff, that, I mean, I did a driver head cover the other day. It was someone's dog. They sent me a picture of their dog. I digitized it, threw it on there, and that was about, I think, 45,000 stitches, which is a big piece of artwork for embroidery and the intricacy. But that ran about 175 for the driver head cover. But it's all based off of
45,000 stitches.
Yeah.
Man? How long does
Yeah.
that? Sorry, how long would that take?
I didn't time it, but it took a while. I had to use 2 bobbins. It was on the machine for a while, but it turned out great. I haven't been able to post anything yet because it was a surprise gift. So I'm waiting for the gift to be delivered, and I'll have it up. But
Love
yeah,
that, man. Love
it
that.
all comes down to the embroidery, the stitch count, and the leather. And all the leather I'm using is high end, like I said, Italian leather from high-end Ann Arbor stores making other products, so it's good stuff. Yeah, the pricing, we're still trying to figure out the pricing really too, because my main target is like pro shops and wholesale kind of too,
Right.
just to help with the marketing side of it. Don't have to really work on letting the people know what I have. I just kind of have it there and they see it, and then that's when they start asking the questions, and that's kind of how I've liked it so far. I don't know. It's tough. Bryce probably noticed too when we were at that golf tournament. He's like, go talk to the guy running the show. Tell him that you got head covers. And like, I'm just kind of naive like that. Just kind of wait for the moment, and then they'll be like, oh, they'll see it and just ask me about it. And then that's kind of when I start getting loose on what's going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the quiet, shy, humble side of me or what, but
We'll get you a few, man. We're not the biggest pod in North America, but we get some numbers. So I'm sure some
We
people
got some
reach
really,
out. Yeah.
really loyal followers too. We got some-
Yeah,
That's
like they're just
awesome.
friends, man. Like I would
Yeah.
say they're just more or less friends at this point, right? Like we've built up such a cool community, and we haven't built it. Like we've just been a part of it, but it's cool, man. It's really cool, but it is hard too because you it sounds like you want to balance like what you can handle as well too. If you're punching 45,000 stitches into a head cover, I'm sure that's taken up some time on the machine. So when we've chatted with like some of our friends in the past too, the idea has been like you don't want to take on something and have people waiting for a long period of time either, right? So like I know Bryce is like super impatient when he's got these orders there. He wants these
I'm
things.
so sure.
He wants these things like right away, right?
Yeah, I
So-
get anxious. All right, leave me alone.
Oh man,
Oh,
when I got the the notice that there's something in the mailbox, I'm right there. I'm trying to get it right away, right? But-
Instantly. Get home from work.
Yeah.
Grab the mail.
yeah, but it's it's got to be a bit of a balance like that too. Do you have like a business background from anything else in the past, Tyler, that you're kind of blending this with, or are you kind of just jumping right into the like golf, lifestyle? or
Yeah,
whatever?
really, it's just working around golf courses since I was cleaning carts and parking them when I was 14 back home at the country club, and kind of just doing that in the pro shop, working in the pro shop. But then my dad's background in business, it's where I've learned everything about business in the background and just what to do in different situations and kind of how to roll the punches and make people happy on the end. That's the main goal, is to keep the customers happy. So I've learned a lot from my dad on the business side of it, and a lot from my parents with the work ethic. So
Love
just
that,
kind of
man.
tying that all in with golf and stuff like that. So
It sounds like you've been working in the golf like space for a while too. I don't know how old you are, but it sounds like you've been in the space for a while. So was there like a cover that you saw that kind of like resonated with you that like made you think like that you want to get into it? Or like, I know you said it was COVID, like we were bored, we were all like, what do we do with our time? But like, was there like a cover that you saw and you're like, man, like I think I could like build that, or I think I could, you know, put together something that somebody might like?
Yeah, it was actually just really just the love of being an equipment whore. Like in hockey, I always growing up wanted the newest, the best, you know, kind of like that. So with golf, I saw Stitch Golf and Dormy just making awesome products, and I figured why not try to do that and just kind of do what I wanted. And like the main thing behind it too is just like the upcycling, the sustainability, where it's not coming out of a factory, and it's kind of more price a little better. Price a little better for people where like you can't really call one of those big time head cover shops and ask for a one off or a certain thing without paying a price for it. So it's kind of been able to help give more options out there. But yeah, it's tough competing with Dormy and those big boys. But yeah, it was really just Stitch Golf and a couple of buddies just being obsessed with buying the newest head covers and hearing what they were paying for what they were getting and just kind of rolling with that.
Well, those guys too, man. Like when Bryce and I were chatting with them, they were 107 episodes ago, Bryce. They were just like cool guys though, man. Like they're just like they've obviously built in a lot of people's opinions probably the best head cover brand in the world right now. Obviously a lot of big brands are starting to use their covers. They're doing like special releases for major championships and stuff like that, which is really cool to see kind of where and their story, like when they told us where they came from. But it sounds very similar to yours, right? It's just they just kind of got into it, building them one day, and then they put their own kind of spin on things, and they went with Dormy, they went with that logo. I think Orbital is something that's pretty cool, man. Obviously, space is something that's into a lot of it's on a lot of people's minds lately. Like it's just it's kind of like a polarizing topic, right? So if you're kind of into that and you want to chat about it, then why not Orbital, right? Why not give it a shot? So I think it's cool. The logo's cool. Again, we got the Instagram handle in the show notes below. We'll drop the website. So if you're listening to this, this is released on October the 20th. So if this is down the road a little bit and you're listening to it, we'll go down below. We'll have the website in the show notes as well. But if you're listening to it right on the Friday night, which I'm sure a lot of you are just waiting to click it as soon as it comes out, but we might not have it there, but go check out the Instagram, check out some of the work. It's really cool. But
also if Tyler posts that his website's up on his Instagram, I'll make sure that we reshare it too. So if you want to head over there that way, you can do that too.
So Tyler, what do we got in the lineup? Like you're a lifestyle brand, right? So do you have more items than just head covers, or are you just trying to focus on those right now?
Yeah, that's actually back to that challenge question. That's kind of been one of my challenges too, is finding a lane and staying in it. When I started, I wanted to do everything. And my dad quickly told me that's not a good way to grow a brand or grow a company. So yeah, I've been focused on the head covers, but I'm gonna have a hoodie release here soon, get some merch too. But yeah, the valuable pouches, the little gadget pouches, probably one of my favorite things to make.
I'm looking at that right now, and this thing looks sweet, man.
Yeah, they're nice.
And it's just the convenience thing. I mean, I've had one before that I just picked up from a pro shop, but to be able to customize it and have it with you all the time. I mean, throw your keys, wallet, throw your Zins in there, and you just head on your way, and you don't leave anything behind. But those are the best. Those are my favorite things to make, I think.
Yeah, when we play, it's the first thing that comes out of his bag.
Yeah, that's same with me, man.
I bring that everywhere.
I think everybody, you pop that out, you get your Nebula golf marker, you get your custom or Cousin Club's divot tool, and then you rip the Orbital golf cover off the head, and you're ready to go, man. So
the cool thing about those too is like you don't have to use them for golf. Like you can use them for so many other things too. They're just cool belches.
Oh yeah, I use mine on road trips. I have a few, but the main thing's golf, going to the golf course, and road trips too. You can keep whatever you need in them, throw it right into the duffel bag, and kind of holds everything. I've made a few rangefinder cases too, a few rangefinder holders. So yeah, pretty much anything people need or want, ask if I can do it, and I try my best. So
Sorry, man. I'm just firing off likes on your page right now. Probably filling up your phone. I don't know if you're, but okay.
no,
So I
bro,
want to.
blowing up my phone right now.
Can
You see
we?
this?
Keeps FaceTiming me.
See the skyline one? I like that one. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's cool. Can
Yeah,
we like
that was,
nerd out for
Des Moines.
a little bit here, Tyler, if you don't mind? So like, I'd love to know, and I'm sure, like, I'm looking at the one right now that's the Orbital Golf with the raccoon on it, and then your logo on the other side of it, which is really cool. How do you build this? Like, how did you? It could even be a cover too. So do you have like a template for these? Like, obviously, there's some like riveting there.
Yeah,
Can you kind of
so
like
we've,
explain the process of it, if you don't mind, without
Yeah.
giving your secret
Yeah,
sauce
so
away?
no secrets really. We just kept that. So that one is that's the one I like the most, the drawstring one. We can do the zipper ones too, but really it's just a pattern that we found that we were working on, and it just kind of worked the best out of all the patterns we found online. Kind of just made it our own dimensions, and most of the stuff is just looking up online different patterns and sizes, and then just kind of seeing what we can change to it to make it a little more efficient and work better. I mean, that all that is two pieces of leather and a liner just sewn together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I don't think it's that easy, but I respect that.
no, it's not. It's not that easy. But
You're not giving mom credit here. That's not fair, man. Not fair.
Those definitely got to be a little more challenging to sew together than the head covers, though. No, I would think.
Where's mom? Turn
I
that
don't know.
camera
She,
around. Turn that camera around. Get mom out here.
She crushes through whatever. So I'm not sure. I'd have to ask her which she likes
That's
better,
cool,
which one's easier. Yeah, but no, really, I got the press for the rivets, and it's a nice little shop. I'll have to have you guys over here.
Yeah,
Once
man,
you,
for sure.
When you come visit the Mitt, we'll play some golf and
Yeah, we might have
bring it down to the shop.
we might have the first live, maybe golf/pod day coming up with Tyler in the spring or in the next summer.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
trying to work some kinks out, but it might might work.
Get the GoPros out there.
Get your buddy with the drone. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've been putting in some work, so we got live pods incoming, which is really cool. So if you're in the Michigan area or in the GTA Durham region, we can do live pods. We can do them like anytime now. We're ready to go. So we'll just take a little bit of travel for me to come down there for you guys, which would be fine.
I just know that day would be so much fun.
Oh man, it would be a blast, absolute
sure.
blast. So it's so from what I took, like when we've talked to companies before, so anybody who's listening to us at this point, thank you for like staying in. Sometimes this stuff kind of fascinates me a little bit, but like the idea is that like the round type of like barrel or the bottom of that cover would be like super hard to actually be able to stitch that together. So kudos to your mom, because that's like, it's super impressive, but also like even just the leather in itself. Like we had Matt on from Hazel, and he was saying that that's like a lot to get through. Like some of that leather, like I saw you had the ostrich and stuff like that. Like it's not easy to get through those things, right?
Well,
so
here's my attempt at a barrel. It didn't really work out too well.
It's not bad, man.
That's not too bad.
Dude, I did this like 5 years ago, all hand stitched. Like it turned out okay, but because I was done the same, I tried to get into this too way back when, and just screwing around, and I didn't have a sewing machine or anything, and just hand stitched everything, and it's tough. I mean, it worked out okay, but it's not easy.
Yeah, I think the idea of like keeping the structure of the head cover looking
it's so hard,
as good as yours do, or as good as like, you know, the actual like brands that are making something with them. It sounds like that's difficult. That's what kind of separates them from, you know, just a random stock cover or whatever it might be, right? So I think that that's one of the parts that stick out in my mind, or that kind of stick out to me, is like that when you're looking at that valuable pouch, the bottom of it, and just how like clean that is and how like stable that is. That's something that I think people appreciate, and I think that's where people are willing to like pay for that too, right? So it's cool, man. It's like, it's really neat to be able to like see people like do something that they're passionate about and kind of like build those things. And you guys have like a whole family thing going too, which is awesome, man.
Yeah. It's been a long. How long has it been since COVID now? 3 years.
Yeah, I guess so.
3.5, something like that. I lose track, but yeah, it's been a lot of trial and error. But the product we have coming out right now is the best it has been. So
what's the goal right now? So we're looking at trying to get into a couple shops, couple local shops in the spring. Are you looking at trying to like It sounds like you're not looking to mass produce. Is that ever a goal, or is that you know?
Potentially, yeah, down the line. I mean, one of my favorite things about our product is they're not mass produced, so you kind of increase the quality by about
Right.
50% minimum. And I'll go
Easy.
in every time.
Yeah.
Every time I go in a pro shop, the first thing I go to is the head cover selection. Just kind of see what they're working with, what they have, and forgot where I was here in Michigan last summer, but one of the head covers I picked up just had a huge gap of the stitching just missing out of the middle of the embroidery, and I just forgot what brand it was too. It was one of like the big brands, just the classic big brands that they had some head covers, and I asked the kid working the shop the price on it, and thought he'd know right off the top of his head, but apparently they don't sell too many. He had to go look it up, and when I heard the price of what they wanted for that, it kind of blew my mind.
That's probably why they don't sell many of them, right? But yeah.
That the quality of a mass produced big company head cover looked like it was, and
yeah. That's what you're saying too. There's like no personalization to them. There's no. I think people. Like, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I think a lot of golfers now are looking to like personalize their golf bags.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say a lot of golfers, I think like almost every golfer. Like, again, not speaking for like some people just don't care, but I think there is an aspect of whether it's a whatever Toronto Maple Leafs golf bag or a personalized cover from Orbital. Like, you want to put your stamp on your own gear because you want it to be a piece of, you know, yourself. You're going out there for like, you know, rounds of golf for like 7 or 8 hours, right? So it's
well, I've explained this before. It's like the pros get to put all their customizing on their irons and wedges and stuff because they have the accessibility to do that. But most average Joe Schmo golfer doesn't have the accessibility to do that. So what do? You customize head covers, bags, and all that. Like every single club I have has a different head cover on it. That's all customized and nothing stock because I love the personalization and the customization. Like I feel like a lot of people are like that.
Yeah, and if you golf with me enough, you notice I'll just show up with a whole different set on my bag too. Like I got a couple of buddies like that too. I mean, no matter I got my buddy Ben. I think he's got 8 different bags he rotates through, and he's got head covers that go with bags, and like he's a nut. But yeah, I mean, it's just the whole customization and the making it about yourself.
Style points too.
Yeah, and the stock head covers that come on like the newest $800 driver, they just keep getting worse too every year. I mean,
that's what I was saying, man.
Those
like
things,
I got that. Like
they're a pain to take on and off. That's a nice thing about mine too. Is a lot of buddies reach back out, and some guys that have bought them, and they just say they're way more efficient to take on and off. And like one of my buddies, I hated it. He's a guy who takes his head cover off at the beginning of the round, puts it back on at the end of the round. Just pulls an iron out, pulls a wedge out, just dinging the head of his driver all day.
Yeah.
So he finally got one for me, and he puts it on every tee box, on and off now, because it's a lot easier, I guess, than the stock one he had.
Yeah.
Which, in my mind, no matter how hard it is, I'm going to put that thing on and off every time. But
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, equipment is not cheap, man. I'm just like, that gives me the, whatever you want to call it, the heebie-jeebies or whatever. When you like, you hear them like pop out their putter and it just rattles off the bottom, like the crown of the driver.
Yeah,
and,
or you just take a peek at someone's bag and there's dings all over the driver and all over the wood.
Yeah.
Putter edges are rounded.
Yeah, I also just hate looking at bags with head covers. I think they look so ugly. Like looking at the back of a cart with just clubs sticking out is just one of my biggest pet peeves. I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's again, it's like, it's kind of nice to take care of your stuff and throw a bit of your own personalization on there too, right? Plus you're kind of supporting, in a lot of cases, a smaller brand trying to make it, right? Which is really cool. Gonna spin off Brycer's question here, if you don't mind, Tyler. So if bit of a I don't know, if you're looking to like build a cover for anyone, doesn't have to be a golfer, maybe we could do a golfer, and then just anybody, like any like celebrity, athlete, pro athlete. Is there anybody that you would you'd want to build something for?
Can't say Tiger.
What might it be? What might it be and why?
No, I think I'd have to go to my favorite pro golfer right now, Minwoo Lee.
Nice.
I think I'd have to hook him up with something on his bag. I mean, that guy has so much swag right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just
dominated on the Asian tour, man. Just dominated.
Zozo, Yeah.
He's at the Zozo right now, and like he was
Yeah.
he was
He
playing
won-
the
he
Asian
won
Tour event
some-
last week.
yeah.
And he
yeah.
just torched everybody.
Dude, he's a
Yeah.
player, man. He's
Yeah.
So
he's
good.
really good.
And the little mixtape highlight reels he drops of
I know they're
himself is
hilarious.
just, I mean, that's just,
He's got his shades
yeah.
on. It's awesome.
and the mock. He's got
Yeah,
the mock
mock
turtle
neck.
on, and like, it's just, yeah. That guy was probably, that would be my my one and only pick. Him or nothing.
Nice.
That's it.
I
No
do.
like
Woozy.
other celebrities.
Yeah,
No Tom
woozy.
Brady. Nothing. Eh?
Never thought of that. No, I don't know. Probably trying to get on a few Corn Ferry guys bags this year, which would be nice. I'm not really sure the whole licensing or anything behind that, but I've had a few buddies reach out saying they know guys and they're interested. So I don't know celebrity though. I don't know if there's
No
anyone. I
DJ
really,
Khaled right now. Come man, if you could get your
Hey,
head
I've
cover on
sent him a few
anybody, it's got to be
DMs.
DJ Khaled right now.
I've been
Like
trying. I've commented on a few of his
Yeah.
Let's Go Golfing posts, and
you gotta. I don't know. You gotta support the guy right now,
Yeah.
man. He's just like.
yeah,
He's an interesting guy, whatever. But man, he
Yeah.
is just bringing a lot of people to the golf course right now. It's
Oh, yeah.
impressive, man. It's
Oh, yeah.
really
It's
hilarious.
impressive. But yeah, it'd be pretty sweet to have your like one of your covers at the Tiger Golf League or something like that on Minwoo. I think he's in the
Yeah.
Tiger Golf League. I think he's one of the guys now. So
yeah. I saw all those names being released. That was
Yeah.
getting fun.
yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna be
pretty sure
sweet.
he's one. So it'd be pretty cool to have your stuff there, man. It's
Yeah, I tried getting Dave Portnoy something during his COVID
Oh,
box
did ya?
openings. Yeah, I sent him we made a few masks for him too. My mom was still doing the masks, and we sent those and a couple of head covers his way. But I don't know if he got them. Never saw him in any of his box opening reviews. But
that's
he
not
was the
the
guy I was
first
trying
time
to
we've
get
heard
to.
that here. We've actually
Yeah.
heard that story before. It's pretty cool,
Yeah.
man. But
Yeah,
obviously, like if it didn't land, it didn't.
yeah. But if he wants one, I mean, I can still get him one.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like didn't
He listens to the pod actually, so he might hit you up.
He might, man.
Nice.
Maybe Caleb Presley does, because I feel like I send Caleb some type of message at least once a week,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and it's usually followed up by like "We'll come to you." So like wherever you are, we will come to you. Because I think he does 51 strokes too, right? I, that sounds bad, because I haven't really listened to it that much, but I don't know
I
if
know
they're
he's
still.
doing something.
He has done 51 strokes. The golf. It's like a golf based podcast. I just haven't listened to it in a while, so I don't know if he's still doing it. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, it's I feel like too, like there's a couple guys. Like I feel like getting one on like Lurch's bag or something would be pretty cool too, man. Like
Oh,
it's
Mhm.
you got to be pretty selective there. You don't want it on Riggs' bag, because Riggs is supposed to be on the pod, and he read our message like 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and he
Really?
yeah,
Yeah,
he
big league
ghosted
guy.
us again. So
He actually said he would come on, and then it just
yeah, if we had an editor, I would screenshot it and tell them to put it right here somewhere, but we don't. But if anybody wants to
Yeah.
see that DM, I'll call Riggs out right now, because he did say that he would come on, and then he ghosted us. So
Yeah, that
It's,
guy's big league. He
Mhm.
went,
Yeah.
he went straight to the big leagues quick.
yeah,
Oh yeah, from
that wasn't that
Harvard
long
to
ago though.
Barstool.
We were talking to him just a few months ago. So and then he even sent some type of response like a few weeks ago, I think it was. So so no Riggs, just Lurch and Trent. Frankie, I don't know, maybe, who knows?
Why are you hating on the boys, man?
I just Riggs, man. Just who doesn't hate on Riggs? Come on, Bryce. Like, you're in there watching the Daily Nine, like ripping on him too. I saw he was like putting from the Pine Straw the other day at Pinehurst.
Yeah,
Did
no,
you
that's
see that?
funny. I love
Somebody's
that.
like, did
Riggs
you
is a
just
hockey boy though. I
did
respect his grind.
did
He
you
came from the same
chunk
roots
a
I did.
putt? Did you just chunk a putt? Somebody said that to him in the comments, and I don't give him a hard time, man. I'm only giving him a hard time because he ghosted us. If he comes on here, everything's good. We're all
Oh,
square.
I
We're
hate
good.
watching it swing.
It's
Oh,
It's tough to watch.
it's tough,
Not
man.
saying I had the best one, but
I mean, yours is pretty good. You don't miss a fairway off the tee, which is huge in that tournament. I just couldn't fucking hit an iron.
You got to give him that though.
Yeah.
You got to give him that for putting himself out there, man. There's no one who takes more abuse than Riggs.
Oh,
Like,
I
yeah.
couldn't agree more.
There's a lot of hate going on with him right now, but it's, I didn't grab whose name that question, but that was an Instagram question. Who would you build a cover for? So,
it's a good question.
I
Good
think
question.
too, like,
I mean,
I-
Red Wings bag, a guy in a Red Wings, maybe that'd be cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
couple
too-
NHL guys, that'd be cool.
we were talking about Miggy. I don't know if Miggy golfs, but that'd be a pretty cool one to get one on the bag of Miggy. So
yeah,
Yeah, I think there's just like there's an endless amount of people, but I think right now Minwoo Lee is a really cool answer. I like that
Yeah.
one. And like DJ Khaled, it's got to be like DJ Khaled, just
Yeah.
purely by like the amount of clicks that'll get and the amount of questions that'll get of whose golf, whose cover that is.
I don't
and
know
stuff
if he's
like
gonna take his Louis covers off though.
Yeah, I know. He probably spent 16 grand on those things.
that. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe not. But it's still. Hey, man, maybe it's worth a shot. Maybe you fire like a cat.
Yeah.
What is he? The cappuccino. He said like the cappuccino golf bag or whatever. But would you ever get into like bags or like build the lineup? Like, is that ever a thought to try to get into more like, other custom pieces like that?
I've looked into it. The cost behind it is a little more than what I'd want. And I mean, everything I do, I'm trying to keep it local, keep it in the States. And I mean, I could have easily 2 years ago switched up and just started ordering everything I want to do through China or through Alibaba, but everything I'm just trying to keep locally sourced. If I was able to find a good bag manufacturer, I don't think I could do it on my end, but I'd have to probably partner up with someone. But that could be something down the line too. I know there's not to plug a company that's really competition, I guess, but not competition, but Ace of Clubs downriver there. They're based out of Wyandotte, Michigan. They do some unreal bags, and they got a bunch of guys on Live Tour rocking them.
Oh,
So
really?
I don't know if I really want to step out of my lane and try doing bags with him already having it down. But
Do you know
I
him?
love, yeah. He's really good buddies with my buddy Ben, the crazy guy that's got all the golf bags. But
Oh, these are
his stuff's sweet. His shop's awesome. I mean, that's kind of the next step in the goals here is move the shop out of the basement, kind of have a shop somewhere with some storefront too.
Yeah.
Try to create a little community, maybe have a sim or two or something set up, and who knows.
Well, that was like one of the coolest parts of when I think back to some of the pods we've done in the past. We had Bradley Putters on, so Bradley Converse from Bradley Putters. So he built a shop and like put a sim in there, and he's got like all this stuff there. I don't know if you've seen those putters, but man, they're so beautiful and functional too, which a lot of people aren't sure if they are, but like that's kind of the idea is like you come in, you do like your consult or whatever, you can hit some balls on the sim, or even just come in and like rent the sim, whatever it is. That'd be a pretty cool thing. I think there's a lot of options for those to happen, and obviously if you can do that and build your brand with that, that's a pretty cool option too, man. Like it'd be fun to just come in, kind of check some things out, kind of go through maybe like a custom order or something like that, and then hit some golf balls too, right? So,
but it's also more like traction too. Like people come in and rent like like sim is a great idea because you come and rent the sim, and then you have a mini store in there in the same space, and you get guys that come in and see your stuff and go hit balls, and either they buy it or they don't. But I think especially with head covers, is if you get them in your hands, I mean that's the selling point right there. When you feel the quality and feel good there, like that's what sells them, in my opinion. And I think those two would just go hand in hand, and you could do you could sit down with guys and do custom orders and stuff. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Love
especially if they're just stopping by to pick up, bring your bag in, hit some balls. I mean, add a little something, just picking up a product you bought, come in, hit some balls. I don't know. We're doing my plan this winter is run out this one place about 45 minutes north of Ann Arbor, and I think they have 4 or 5 sims. Try to do a little 4-man scramble tournament. Get people in, play for some money, play some sim golf when there's 3 feet of snow on the ground, but also have a little booth set up where guys can right in person customize what they want, kind of see a few samples, and then try to load up the hopper here with some orders. But the main thing is just creating the community where people are talking about it, people are golfing, and then that's just kind of like on the side is check out these head covers. So definitely let you guys know about that. That should be I'm shooting to try to do that middle of January.
Yeah, man, I'll get the snows on. I'll shoot down. Yeah,
more than once. Yeah, so
I'm excited for that. I'll be in there. I'll be involved for sure.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, man. I'll come by and check it out.
The other cool thing I was trying to do is kind of like what 420 did and Colt Golf with what we did was creating a golf tournament or something like that. But they had that whole league, so I'm looking to try to just partner with them and kind of get my sliver in there and kind of ride their shoulders a little bit with that. I mean, that turnout we had, what was that?
Yeah, it was
2 3 weeks
great.
ago. That nuts.
Yeah, so we're actually in the talks of getting him on, but essentially it's this guy just started a tour essentially, and he did a little trial event on the 7th of October that me and Tyler played in. It was a 2-man scramble, and I think there was like 47 teams or something, and it was a $3,000. It was a $8,000 purse for top 10. Got paid. They gave away a few Scotties, a few drivers, and apparently they want to do 8 events next year. So it's pretty cool little thing they got going there.
Yeah.
All right,
so
guys.
If I can
yeah,
hop on there, that'd be awesome. I mean, that what they got going there was sweet. It was a good turnout.
let me host this part. So how'd the tournament go, guys?
Oh, great. It was crappy weather. I mean, it was, I don't know what, 48 degrees and rainy and overcast. It wasn't rainy.
Everybody was
drizzly,
playing in it though, right? Everybody was.
Oh,
in
for
it.
sure, yeah, 100%. I didn't bring my best stuff, and Tyler carried me on a few holes, but I did not play like the zero handicap I've been posting on my app. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was the weather was tough, and the guys we were playing with were just not really the guys you sign up to play in money tournament with. Just I don't even know if they were talking with each other.
Yeah, it was a little weird, but we were having a good time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, so the other two guys were not chatting at all. It was just like.
Oh, I mean, they said a few words to us, but yeah.
I don't even know if they were actually friends with each other. Like it was just
a
weird.
They came all the way like an hour and a half away for it, and it was just bizarre.
Did they win?
Well, there's some controversy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call them out. Screw it. So we shot 3 under 69. They shot 4 under 68. We signed their card. Tyler signed his card, and it said 68 on it. And then we went in because we didn't know what the scores were going to be at. So we went in and waited and listened to what the score, because top 10 get paid. And it was crappy weather. We thought 3 under might have got the 10 or the 9 spot, maybe. So we went in and they went from 10th to 1st, and they called the 6th place winner, or the 7th place winner, and we haven't heard her name yet. And then the 6th place winner was the group beside us, or the group we played with at 4 under. So we were like, wait, shouldn't we have won 7th place with 1 stroke behind them if that they won 6th? And it turned out that I'm not going to say they changed their score, but we went up and after and kind of questioned it just because we were genuinely curious. And they had 64 written on their scorecard. So
interesting.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is they only checked their scorecard when they were doing the
yeah, they didn't check ours because we had their score on our. Yeah.
They weren't double checking the cards together, but as soon as those guys got that $300, they were out of there pretty quick.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. Interesting. It's like the Scramble 46 drama.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guys, honestly. Like,
maybe not that
like
intense,
if that was
but
us, I feel like if that was us, we would have been like, wait, we didn't win money. Like, we played like shit. Here's our money back.
Yeah.
Those guys just hopped out of there quick, but
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we can't confirm if it was intentional or not, but it happened.
Tough. I heard. I don't think they're being allowed back next year, but we'll see.
I think too, though. Like, so if you're at that point, like, if you're at that point, you know that wasn't your score, then it's just not your score.
Well, the only thing is the tournament that the guys running it, they did a great job, but they definitely have a few kinks to work out. They weren't announcing what the scores were when they placed. So like they'd say like 6th place this team, and they wouldn't say what they shot.
Oh, okay.
So, like, so it kind of there's a little bit of miscommunication, but
yeah.
Overall, the tournament went great. They have a few.
It was awesome.
Out, but
yeah,
next year they're trying to do like fans and stuff and get like people out there to watch and stuff and like get a whole thing going. So
yeah, I'm pumped for that. It's gonna be unreal. They want like viewing areas on like par 3s and stuff. They're trying to
do a point
literally
system.
make Live Tour.
Yeah,
but for degenerates in Michigan.
Love that.
Which is
that,
awesome.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
It's called the 420 Golf Tour, or the Lit Golf Tour.
The Lit Golf Tour.
We'll mic you guys up next time. We'll mic you guys up.
Yeah, we should. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, and
Probably
I'll just
play a little better with a little pressure on us.
They also want to do a point system next year, so they're going to give you a certain amount of points for where you place. So like you can earn points either like the more tournaments you play, or if like, you come first in a tournament, and then they're going to have like it's kind of almost like the Barstow Classic. They're gonna have like a championship with all like the top 15 teams or something. So it's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I loved it.
Well, Tyler, this was great, man. I really appreciate this. You guys got a 3-1 lead right now on Pittsburgh, so I'll let you go watch the rest of that game. But DeBrincat is just on fire, man. What a start for that guy. But Tyler, this was great, man. Tyler, we haven't said it yet, but we're in conversation with Tyler Grimshaw, founder, I guess, of Orbital Golf, golf and lifestyle company. But man, this was great. When you start releasing some stuff, it sounds like we're going to be doing a couple things in the future. So let's reconnect. Let's do it again. And obviously you and Bryce know each other, so we'll chat. Let's try and do something live, man. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty epic.
We'll get something going for sure, but and Bryce will kind of work that out. But yeah, really, really appreciate you taking the time, man. Coming on, your stuff's really cool, man. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do with it.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
This episode is brought to you by our friends over at Swannies Golf. Swannies.co using the promo code SCREWS25 for 25% off. Over at Swannies.co using the promo code SCREWS25. Celebrate pars, and we'll see you next Friday.
He's out in my ball in the course, so I tee up. I lose the ball and I re-up. I miss a fairway, I probably end up in the ocean or maybe the beach. And I'm on a par 5 and I'm finna go reach it. Second was blind, I ain't see it. Feel like it might be an albatross, worst case scenario.